Yeah, I just think you just get all types of rich people out there. You know, some rich people are sensible. Some rich people are not. If you know what I mean, some rich people might be collecting guns. If you see what I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think personally, I just feel like I've said it before. We need to control the rich in this world. You know what I mean? We need to control them where everyone's governed by putting a maximum wage. You know, like £50 an hour or £100 an hour or something. You know.
Yeah.
So it just sort of like says that's all they're allowed to earn. They're not allowed to earn any more. Do you know what I mean? That's, you know, you're only allowed to have one house. You know, it just makes more sense, doesn't it? And it's giving fairness to all society.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
You know, because like I say, there's a lot of jealousy, isn't there? You know, and anger in society where some people are poor. And then they see a rich man sort of going past their big car having it easy, you know, and it angers people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, some.
Yeah.
Depending on what you know as a person, you know, and what you understand. You know, one thing is knowing, I think, and another thing is it's not worth knowing something if you don't understand it. You know, and a lot of people know it, but they don't quite understand it.
I get you.
You know, you've got to kind of understand all these things, really. I mean, we talk about lots of different topics, don't we? You know,
every week a different topic.
It is quite interesting when you, because some topics umbrella onto others. You know,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know, and it's just interesting, really. You know, that. I just feel like it's interesting to talk about each subject like we do. You know, and money's one of them. You know, money is one of the biggest topics, I think, because it's sort of like God, isn't it? You know, money is like our God.
Well, they used to
worship money.
They used to have that old saying, well, not old saying, but used to have people say that, you know, the modern day God was, you know, gold, oil, and diamonds. You know. But I don't think, like, people always say, I know people say money is the root of all evil. It's not the money itself. It's the love that people have for the money. The love of money can become the root of all evil. When you become so in love and infatuated with something like money, to the point where you become greedy and you become, you know, just...
That's why I think it all needs to be governed, you see.
Where
if you put maximum wage, a lot of people might grumble about it, but that's what it is, if you see what I mean. And we all live in the same world. And I just think it would bring fairness. And like we were talking about childhood a couple of weeks ago, right? Like, and every child that's at school should be guaranteed a job.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You know, they're at school. I mean, when you go to school, you don't get, you know, it's not quite 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's Monday to Friday, but it's not quite 9 to 5. But you don't get any pocket money for it or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's like going to work basically and doing work, but you're not getting anything for it.
Well, you're getting an education. You're getting.
Yeah, but are you? You know, because I don't like if there's no philosophy in school. You know, you're not getting any education whatsoever. You know, and you know, I just, you know, me personally, I'm angry about going to school. I wish it didn't exist. You know, because I feel like I would have still learned somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
By talking to other people. You know,
yeah.
You've got to learn, haven't you? But you know, I was one of these. You know, like I said, I was locked up in the cupboard, for goodness sake.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, quite often. You know, and at a young age, and that gives. I think it would give any child a different mentality for the rest of their life. Just like when a woman gets abused or raped, you know what I mean? It affects them for the rest of life, you know. And I just feel like a lot of people do get abused in one way or another, especially when they're kids.
Yeah, true.
And in kind of way, I kind of like think like school itself is kind of abuse, you know, like forcing children, young people to learn things they don't really necessarily like doing or want to learn.
Yeah.
I said biology, I hated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to sit in that classroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
You know, and really, I think I should have got paid for being there or whatever, you know. So for my future.
Yeah.
You know, so when I leave school, I'd have some money. You know, and the government should be giving us money for going to school. Because we are doing it for them after all. You know, it's then the government making us go to school, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but personally, I mean, I think we've all got different views about schools and things,
course.
you know.
Yeah.
Some people have had a good school, you know, and they've had no problems with it, you know, and they got no complaints. But I have, do you know what I mean? You know, like I say, I think we've all got a different story.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, so I was a bit worried, you know, after my experience at school, taking my children to school, didn't want to.
Yeah.
Thinking, are they going to get locked up? Or, you know, do you know what I mean? You with me? So, you know, I find like I said, schools, it's a dangerous thing, I think, if a teacher has got no education about philosophy.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, you know, I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't know the answers to everything in life, you know.
But, yeah, none of us do.
But I just feel like, really, really, truly, this would be a better world if they put a maximum wage on the system, you know, just to sort of put control on every soul.
Yeah, yeah.
Living out there. You know, like some people out here are getting away, you know, do you know what I mean? Escaping from it all, because once you get money, you can.
Yeah.
You can escape from it all and get away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Put your feet up in a kind of way, you know?
Kind of live by your own rules.
Yeah.
And your own laws to a degree. It's true. Like I was going back to earlier, like money, the love of money is not the root of all evil. Sorry, the money itself is not the root of all evil, it's the love of the money, you know. Sometimes people fall too much in love with, you know, having money and the power that comes along with it. And like you said, in the wrong hands, sometimes it can be detrimental, you know. People use the money to take advantage of other people, and to basically kind of just, like we said earlier, kind of just do whatever you want, because a lot of these people have got the belief, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have got the belief that they've got so much money that whatever happens, they can make it go away, because they can just pay someone, or they've got connections to someone because of their wealth, you know, their money, and they can just kind of, you know, they're a law to their own kind of thing, you know. So sometimes that can be, you know, detrimental to others, you know. But at the same time, there's a lot of people out there that have got a lot of money that are doing a lot of good with it, you know. Doing a lot of charity work, you know, just helping people out there that really need it, different countries all around the world, just going around, just, you know, finding people and blessing people, you know, trying to make their lives a bit easier and just trying to help them out a bit, you know. So, you know,
so money's not always been around.
No.
What's the thing?
Because obviously,
just like the internet or the computer, money was invented. Do you think, you know? And originally, when it was invented, it was just to sort of like free the prisoners. Really, they gave money to them so they can come back. That was what it was. That's how it evolved from. That's the truth of it all. You know, like you can imagine like two sides having a war, and one side loses. Well, the other side's got to become slaves in a kind of way to the other.
Yeah.
You know, they might have sort of invented money and sort of like, you're working for us now.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know, do you know what I mean? But it's something like that.
Yeah.
But I do, you know, if you Google it, you can find out for yourself about how it evolved in a kind of way. And I think it was just to pay slaves some money, and then they'd come back for some more money, you know. Buying food and all that, you know, the only way we can get food today, really, because you can either grow it, can't you? If you've got,
yeah.
You know, but I don't think a lot of people today in this modern world are in those circumstances. You know, a lot of people, even when they got gardens, you know, they'd much rather just go down to the shop because it's a lot easier than sort of like growing your own.
True, yeah.
If you sort of mean.
It's convenient. Yeah. But like they say, you got to make the money and not let the money make you. And I love that, you know. You've got to make the money and not allow the money to make you. You know, not allow it, if you do come into a lot of wealth, or, you know, you become very financially blessed or whatever, you just got to remember to try and, you know, remain true to yourself, you know, try to keep your humility, keep, you know, your morals and your values and your principles still the same, you know. You know, don't change the essence of who you are. Don't allow the money to change the essence of who you are. Naturally, you're going to change. Certain things in your life are going to change if you are that wealthy. That's just natural. That comes along with having a certain amount of wealth. but remaining true to yourself is the main thing, you know. Not compromising yourself over just because now you're in a place where you can kind of afford to do what you want, you know. It's, you know.
I think one thing that people need to realise, especially young people, is we are not here forever.
Yeah.
You know, this is temporary.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you actually buy.
Yeah.
So like me, you know, it was my birthday yesterday, and I had a great time. It's my mum's birthday too. And we had a great time. But yeah, I mean, everything we buy, you know, I bought my mum a nice birthday present. But every item we buy, you know, I just want to get rid of it now. Do you know what I mean? In the kind of way my things.
Yeah.
You see, because I'm not here for long. You know, I'm sort of like nearly 60 now. And you know, it's not like I'm, you know, aiming to buy my own house today, if you see what I mean, in a kind of way, or anything like that. Yeah. You know, I just know that I'm not going to be here for long, and I'm more sort of trying to get rid of my things, if anything. Yeah. Where, you know, some people are, especially if you're young, fall in love with your things, and you know, young people, they kind of think they're going to be forever, and time doesn't go quick. Yeah. But it does. It goes quicker than we know it, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. It goes quicker than you imagine it does, you know. It's sort of like, I can remember sort of being 20 years old, do you know what I mean, and all this, you know, and it sort of whizzed by all this time. And I thought, where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah. You know? Where did it all go? And I think, if I had a lot of money in my past, you know, like from, you know, I had a good job, say, when I was 16. Would it make my life better? Yeah. Would I have more memories today? You know, would I have gone on more holidays and things? Yeah. Probably would have done. Do you know what I mean? Probably. Yeah. You know, it does make your life better, doesn't it? Yeah. You know.
Can enhance the quality of your life.
I think the most important thing is appreciating the minute. Yeah. That's what will make you rich. You know, I think the moment you're ungrateful with the moment, is the moment that you'll lose everything that you've got, including yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going like this, right, and then you're not appreciating it anymore. You see, so I think that's the two different. I think that's sort of healthy, you know, sort of wealthy lifestyle, basically. You know, on your attitude, whether you appreciate it or not, or whether if you don't. Yeah. If you see what I mean, and that's what's important, really. Sort of appreciating the moment. Yeah. You know, and if you can learn to do that, I feel like you're gonna, you know, we all need money, but I don't think if you appreciate the moment, you won't need money so much. Yeah. That's how I feel. You're happy, you see. Yeah. And you only need water. You know. Yeah. And a few bananas each day, you know. Yeah. So I think, like, people, human beings, get lost in this world. Yeah. It's like we're kind of like brainwashed by things.
Well, that's what it is. It's indoctrination, isn't it? It's, you know.
They don't teach you at school that we're not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
You know. They kind of like teach children that there's heaven now. And where's your mum, you know, and where's your nan? Oh, she's in heaven now. You know. Which to be honest with you, the truth is we don't really know, do we? No. You know, because I look at heaven now. Do we all go to heaven, you know, and you sort of go there and there's French people there, Italian people, German people there, you know. Yeah. We all got to learn languages still, you know, all this kind of stuff. You know, what is heaven, for goodness sake, you know? I mean, what's the, you know, do I want to go on and carry on living without a body? Yeah. Do we carry on existing sort of like a spirit, if you sort of mean? Does our imagination still exist, if you sort of mean? Yeah, yeah. You know, afterwards. Yeah. Would I want it to? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think I would. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sort of happy having this life and doing what I can, and then going to sleep again. Yeah. For the next billion years. billion years. Or whatever. Yeah. I think the universe, it doesn't end. It won't even end when this our planet blows up.
Yeah, if Earth ceases to exist.
No, the universe is huge,
Yeah.
It's just like a vast, massive, I don't know, do you know what I mean? It's just huge, It's unimaginable, actually, It's just, it just goes on, You just can't even think about it.
Yeah. It's true.
But, on this planet, we've invented money.
Yeah.
And, here it is everywhere, Maybe, somewhere else in the universe, another intelligent life, they're living their life today, whatever, on their planet, but they haven't got money.
Yeah.
Because it is possible, I know it is.
It is possible, yeah. We could all be living without money. We could be having a society where everyone's working together.
Well, as long as
to still provide everything that we need anyway without the money. Money would not be required. We already have everything that we need to do it, if you see what I mean. We already have the machines.
Well, I think it's silly, really, like, when you go to school,
yeah.
When I used to go to school, when I was younger,
yeah.
I think there should be apple trees everywhere, so children should, there's apples everywhere for the children to eat on the way to school, that would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Us all get richer, do you know what I mean? All those kind of things, but we're not doing it, we're not, it's sort of like we're starving ourselves. Well, someone's starving us, you with me? Like, you're not allowed to grow apples, you've got to buy them in the shop.
Yeah.
You even got to buy a banana, you've got to walk all the way around. Say I felt like a banana, I'd have to go to the shop, go all the way around and buy it, just one banana, and then come home. And I just think it's a bit, I think it could be better than this.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's a bit not intelligent sometimes, It's just the way we're living in it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's the way the world's evolved.
Yeah.
And you just got to accept what is.
What is, yeah.
How it got like this, I don't know. If you see what I mean. But look, so I think that would answer the question by just sort of like controlling all the rich people, by putting the maximum wage on, and it would balance things out, just looking after children when they leave school, and especially when they're born, make sure, even if a single mother, just make sure they got the right home to live in, with a little garden, because that's important for each child to evolve.
Of course, yeah.
So that's why I think the world's a bit mixed up, and some people are confused or brainwashed, or they're not really aware of their own magic.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, I've not always been. And I just think we're all magical beings, and the universe is magical too. And that's how I think of it anyway. I mean, you can't get anything more magical than existing with us.
Oh yeah.
Because existing is actually magical.
Yeah.
And as I say, I don't think people appreciate it. Your own magic of just being here. Able to walk.
Yeah.
Able to move even. Some people paralysed. So, like Stephen Hawkins, and I wouldn't, he had a lot of money by the way, but he was paralysed. He was rich, very rich, but paralysed.
Yeah.
Couldn't move his muscle. So can you imagine that one? Some people are rich and they're blind.
Yeah.
They've got no eyes. They can't see gold, or silver, or diamonds.
Yeah.
So they don't see. When you've got eyes and you can see all these colours and things, people fall in love with what they can see a lot.
Yeah.
So your eyes can be quite dangerous in a funny way. It's like that film Gollum,
Oh yeah.
Falling in love with the gold, and all that, and just falling in love with it so much that he's just focusing on that object, the ring, that he's just completely forgetting about being lovely anymore.
Yeah.
If you sort of mean.
Well, that's the world that we live in today, though, mate. Let's be honest. We live in a very materialistic society today, where everything's about, people are just into
getting the money in.
That's it. Everything's just
time and money, innit?
Yeah.
Time and money.
A lot of people have forgotten about the real essence of life and what's really important, like family and having time together, quality time, and you know, just bonding and having good conversations and just enjoying life, you know, just, you know.
Yeah. Having these moments together, magical moments, you know. So I mean, you're washing things at the weekend, like washing your car, but you're not loving your children. You know, so you got to, you know, do you know what I mean? You got to look at these balance, you know, these things, these. You know, I'd rather love my children than clean my car or whatever if I did have one, you know. So, you know, I just think people should sort of like try to sort of look at that within themselves in a kind of way, you know, and try not to fall in love with things so much, you know. Even I used to fall in love with things, but I don't anymore, do you know what I mean? Because I've realised I'm really not here for much longer. You know, it's time to get rid of it, if anything, give it away.
Yeah.
You know, chuck it away. You know, it's not things that make you rich. It really is, you know, yourself.
Your mindset.
Yeah. And understanding, you know, like understanding what appreciation is. Yeah. You know, and I mean, once, I think like 10 years ago, you know, I sort of had this sort of kind of epileptic fit, you know, and I nearly lost my life. And when that happens to you, you kind of do rethink a bit, you know, you think, you understand what appreciation is. Yeah. If you sort of mean, a little bit more. And I just think that's it really, you know, like, if you're just one of these people, you know, like myself, and you know, understand what appreciation is. You understand what kindness is as well. Yeah. Because a lot of people are really kind, but, you know, kindness can be quite wicked. Yeah. It can be quite the opposite. Yeah. And that's the thing. You know, like some people are really kind and creepy, and good actors as well. And they can really screw your life up in a kind of way, you know. Snake
in disguise. Yeah. What do they call it?
By being kind.
A wolf in sheep's clothing is what they call it, isn't it? A wolf in sheep's clothing.
So, you know, you've got to be aware of kindness to a degree.
Especially when you've got money, mate. You get people coming out the woodwork, you know what I mean? You've got a certain amount of money. You get, you know, your long-lost cousin that you never met before, you know, you even met your relative that's related to make you know, to make them your cousin before. And then, you know, that can happen with money too. Sometimes people get money and notoriety, and let's look at some celebrities, you know. They rise to a certain level of stardom and have a certain amount of celebrity and money that comes along with that. And sometimes it happens to a lot of people. You know, people always asking them for favors, whether it be family, friends, whoever. You know, because they're the main. The person within that circle that's got the most money. You get everyone else kind of relying upon that person to a degree. You know, and you know, always, you know, some people take advantage as well. Some people won't just ask when it's necessary. You get people that would just ask continuously, if you see what I mean, just taking advantage, not really, you know, being honest about it, not just asking when it's necessary. Oh, you know, mate, I'm really down at the moment, I'm a bit broke, can you help me out? Not, you know, if you get what I mean, like, you know, not just being genuine with it, you know, just abusing the fact that the person has got money and got wealth and, you know, can help them and is a friend and might not say no when they ask, if you see what I mean, you know.
It's all to do with trust as well, isn't it? Like, you know, you can lend money out to your friends, or I have done in the past, and they don't come back.
Yeah, yeah.
And you think, oh, great, you know. And it kind of, you know, like I say, it causes so many
friction,
many fallouts in society in a kind of way.
Yeah, but I'm the type of person that when it happens, I'm just like, okay, I can still be friends with you, but I couldn't lend you money again. If you get what I'm saying.
That's right. Yeah,
you can still be friends with a person. You just say, listen, you're a nice person. I know deep down inside you're not, but I know I can't lend you money again, mate, because you weren't honest in regards to, you know, you're not nice, but when it comes to, you know, it's a no, you know. But you can still be a mate, you know. But it's you know, yeah.
With relationships, you know, when you're married and that, you know, sort of like one of you is earning more money than the other. One of you might be the breadwinner. Yeah. One of you might not be, you know. Yeah. And it causes a little bit of a problem sometimes, I think. Yeah. A little bit. I mean, with my wife, when I was married to her, we had a joint bank account. Yeah. And I was going to work all the time. Yeah. Doing overtime as well, whatever, you know, just working lots of hours. And my wife was just home sort of relax, you know, sort of not relaxing, but looking after the children and whatever, and going out a lot, and going out for meals, spending all my money. And then she divorced me, do you know what I mean? And it really put me into a lot of debt. You know, I was in £15,000 of debt because of it all. And, you know, it's quite nasty sometimes with money, with you know, it can cause problems in marriages.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot of problems, you know.
Yeah.
And again, it's a shame, really, for
well,
the children.
I was going to say that is, like we were talking about a few days ago, that is one of the number one causes of divorce, actually, is usually financial issues, you know what I mean? It's usually financial or infidelity. It's usually one of those two things, you know, cheating or money, something to do with money, you know, money related, you know. It's true, that is, you know,
I mean,
main causes of divorce.
I've had a number of relationships, yeah, as I've said, and each women are different, you know, with money.
Yeah.
Some like going Dutch, you know, sort of going half and half, but some, you know, want it all, if you know what I mean, or don't understand, you know. Like I say, we're all different again, you know, with money. I feel.
Yeah. I think if you've both got money, naturally as a man you're going to lead, and you might look after certain things and do certain things to ensure that you're looking after the house and whatever else. But at the same time, it should still be a two-way street. Like, I think the same way that a man should want to look after his loved one and spoil her a little bit if he can, and all these different things, take her out for nice meals and do all these things. The same way a woman should also feel inclined to do that too. If you see what I mean? Because it's not just a one-way street, if you see what I mean. So if you've both got money, you should both want to look after each other and take care of each other and buy each other nice things and do these things if you can afford to do that. If not, then obviously you live within your means and you still do what you can to, you know, to look after, look after each other still, you know.
I think sometimes it depends what age you are as well, you know. I mean, I met my wife when she was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And she was living with her parents, you know, and she was quite a spoiled girl.
Yeah.
You know, she was hard of hearing as well. That's another thing, you know. But anyway, she was, you know, I fell in love with her. You know, and I wanted to give her everything, you know. But year after year, I was the one that was doing all the work, and she was just lazy a lot, you know, just lazy, just watching TV, you know, or just having a good life, really, if you ask me. You know, it's the kind of life I want, you know.
Yeah.
And it got my nerves after a while, you know, like, hang on, you know, after sort of 13 years of being with her, all 12 years, you know, I thought, can you help me here? You know, I'm doing everything here, you know. I'm taking the kids to school. And
killing myself and
you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we ended it, really, you know.
Because
I want happy. I just want happy with her, and, you know.
Sometimes that happens, though. What happens is, sometimes there's resentment that's built up over time. Sometimes people might feel overburdened. One party might feel overburdened with everything that they have to do and what's going on. Because like if it's not a partnership, if you see what I mean, especially when you've got children, if you've got a house to look after, to maintain, and bills to pay, and rent, or mortgage, whatever, and children, and everything else, and housework, and everything else that has to be done when you're a family and you're living together, it should be a partnership. Because really and truly, when like I just said, when one person ends up doing a lot more than the other person, and eventually over time people start to build up resentment and start to feel like, you know, listen, I'm doing the lion's share of everything here, and you're just kind of, you know, I need some help, like you said, you know, I can't keep doing everything forever, you know. Really,
she was very extravagant. Oh, what do you call it? Extravagant. That's it. Yeah. I nearly said it. I haven't said it for a long time. And she just brought some. You know, sometimes she come back with a top and it's £40.
Yeah.
A little top like